Our name is Trillium Awakening. Trillium is a spring flower. It's very delicate, beautiful, and not particularly long-lived. So it comes, it changes color, and transforms.
There are 3 petals to the trillium, and one of the petals in our work relates to consciousness. Another petal relates to embodiment. And the 3rd petal relates to mutuality, which is the delivery system that helps to embody consciousness.
It's that reality that is permeating all of your experience, which is free. And it's that inner freedom which is responsible for all the other benefits of this. The fact of being authentically true to yourself is easier when there's a sense of stable, unchanging presence that permeates your life. This is a tantric process, which is deeply embodied, and what we mean by that is that we're not dismissive of the physical, material dimension of our existence. And in fact, the body and our feelings and so on have a unique and indispensable role to play in this process.
Part of what we do in Trillium work is to relax into the moment as it is. Relax into ourselves as we are, as we show up. The quirks and the pains and the delights, all of that is part of being human. So we are actually divinizing our humanity. We're bringing consciousness, or allowing ourselves to recognize the way in which consciousness is actually permeating our whole self with nothing left out.
This is something that attracted me to this work, was that I had had an experience of non-dual awakening, but I didn't know what to do with it. And I found myself separate from the world and from my heart and from my relationships. It was more just up here. And this work helped to embody that, to bring it into my heart, bring it into my relationships.
People say that it feels like their consciousness kind of percolates down through their body, and all of who they are becomes enlivened in a way. And so there's good and bad news with this. And the good news is that perfection is not a prerequisite to this awakening. And the bad news is that it's also not a consequence. You're still here, and this is not going to save you from being yourself, but it's going to allow you to be yourself in a way that's so whole and balanced and complete and steady and present to the world.
Essentially what we're doing is allowing ourselves to be and express our true and total nature. And as we relate to another person, we're allowing the other person to be and express their true and total nature.
It's an attuned work that really meets you where you are, listens very deeply and closely to you. We like working in small groups rather than having people in mass groups taking in the same message. It's much more intimate, relational process.
Each student moves at a different pace, has awakenings in their own way, in their own time. And as teachers, we agree to always put our students first. So there's a safety involved in it, a process where people feel safe, and as they relax and as they feel more comfortable, what happens is that your being brings forward, it catalyzes awakenings.
Ease, spontaneity, authenticity, honesty, trust in yourself, trust in others, trust in being, trust in existence becomes more and more a real thing in your life.
Getting together with the goal of awakening and deepening into those 3 areas of the trillium flower that I spoke about, it's very powerful when that happens, which is why so many people awaken from this work.
It's a very effective path. This work has supported hundreds of people in having whole being realizations and stabilized, not just a glimpse, but a permanent shift in identity.